Here is an absolutely shocking revelation. You can throw mud pies at other players and NPCs. If you think this is normal, take the blue cape and carry on with your day. But if you really want to see how far this rabbit hole goes, take the red cape. Buckle in, buckle, and come with me, because I want to show you the most absurd RuneScape facts you may or may not know yet. This is RuneScape Fun Facts episode 4. Let's do this. Let's start with some simple ones. Firstly, did you know that if you keep feeding bananas to a monkey during Monkey Madness 1 quest, you will eventually receive a free medium glue scroll? Now, granted, the chance to receive the glue is 1 in 256 and you can only get it once, but while you're doing the quest, you might as well take the free glue. You never know, this could be the ranger boots. Next up, we have another simple trick you can do. One of the only random events players still love to complete is the Dunce Exam random event, where a player is rewarded experience book after completing it. There is a trick to complete it really easily. What you do, instead of clicking click here to continue after guessing, you click on the dragon again and the interface never changes, so you get the same question 3 times in a row. That way you don't have to think and you can use the last brain cell on other activities. Enjoy speedrunning the Dunce event. There is a way to get the maximum amount of blue tears from Tears of Guthix every single week, and here's how you do it. So every word has a different order at which the green and the blue streams run at. For instance, this word currently has green, blue, 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 green, green. Now this is bad. You don't want this because the greens could pop up anywhere and ruin your run. So again, green, blue, 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 green, green. Bad. To maximize your gains, you want a world that has firstly 3 green streams and then 3 blue streams to make sure you will never ever click on a green stream and lose your tears, and always get a blue stream no matter what. There are dedicated words every week that have this stream order, and how to find out the best words is if you go to a webpage, crowdsourcing.com, and that page shows you the best worlds you can do your Tears of Guthix in. They also have a RuneLite plugin called DOG Crowdsourcing and a friend chat DOG World. Keep in mind that these words reset every week, so make sure you check back in regularly to see the best words to do Tears of Guthix in. In my first attempt testing this out, I got over 200 tears, which gave me almost 14,000 construction experience for 3 minutes of my time. Yes, construction is my lowest skill currently, do not shame me, okay? Let's move on to the next one. Magic secateurs are one of the oddest items in the game. Firstly, they only work if you equip them. Having them in the inventory does not give you extra yield. I learned that the hard way after I planted over 50 snapdragon seeds. Secondly, I've seen so many players bring them to giant seaweed, but weirdly enough, they have no effect on that plant and don't give extra yield. The opposite of that is the herbivore you catch for the hunter skill, where the magic secateurs do give 10% more yield when you catch the monster. Adding to that, the item doesn't count as a weapon, which means you can take it to Entrana, so even though it doesn't have high combat stats, it's still better than using your fists. And lastly, you can use magic secateurs on diseased trees to cure them, saving you potential 3 saplings. What a weird item. Okay, next up, Bolt Pouch is one of the best items you have never used, and here is why. Firstly, compared to Rune Pouch, that currently costs almost 4 million GP, you can get the Bolt Pouch for only 1.5k GP when talking to Hirko, the dwarf that runs the crossbow store in Geldagrim. Why is it so good, you ask? Good question, player. Here's why. The pouch holds 5 spaces, and each space allows the player to hold 10,000 bolts of a single type, including bolt tracks for Kairos crossbow and Mithril grapple. It's excellent for armadillo trips where it saves you 2 inventory slots. It is mandatory when you do Hallowed Sepulchre, as it turns out the agility training method gives you 3 different types of bolts as a loot, saving you another 2 inventory space, and you need a Mithril grapple for that place anyways. And lastly, it's also excellent for PvP, as you might bring 3 bolt switches, and when you lose it, it only costs 1.5k to get another one. Okay, I hope you enjoyed those fun little nuggets, and if not, here's a quick fire round just for you, because I love you. Here we go. You can use half pizza slices on each other to create full pizzas again. There are currently a total of 155 quests in Oldschool RuneScape, and there is only a single quest where you don't have to interact in a dialogue with any NPC, and that quest is Elemental Workshop 1. If you try to use Lunar spell NPC contact while standing right next to the NPC you are calling, they will call you out on it and say, why would you need to call me? You're standing right here. We all know equipping Charged Glory gives you 3 times faster chance to mine a gem ore, but did you know that equipping a Charged Skills necklace gives you 3 times better chance of finding a cascade while big net fishing? There is an item called Prayer Book that works as an unlimited antidote, and not only does it cure poison, but also venom. There is a hidden mini quest where after giving wolf bones to Veas, he asks you to retrieve a dog collar from this pet named Copper. You can kill foxes in Sia now for 100% guaranteed collar drop. This however becomes impossible once you complete the Kingdom Divided quest, as Veas disappears and turns out to be a demon instead. This mini quest is in the memory of an ex-Jagex moderator Wolf whose dog passed away at the age of 19. There is a fishing spot similar to Grump ones next to Pristina City that never changes the spawn point and will always stay at the same spot. This is an alternative AFK training method for fishing if you don't like banking. And lastly, at the demon ruins in the wilderness, you will slowly regain prayer points near the greater demons. This was added on as an incentive for free-to-play players to have wars here and not run out of prayer so fast. Oh, okay. This was fun, but I'm not done yet. We're just getting started. Let's keep going. There is an interesting weapon in Oldschool Runescape that I think not many people know of. After completing the Great Brain Robbery and having the Book of Piracy in your inventory, you can speak to the smith on mostly harmless island. Through dialogue, you can buy an item called Rapier. It costs 25k to buy the item and it has equivalent stats to Rune Scimitar. The smith also sells Lucky Cutlass and Harry's Cutlass, both of which have very interesting stories behind them. The Lucky Cutlass was previously owned by a pirate called Unlucky Jenkins, who was probably the unluckiest guy in Gillenor, and that's where the name Lucky Cutlass came to life, as the smith thinks you can't possibly be more unlucky than Jenkins. And Harry's Cutlass originally belonged to a guy called Harry, who lost his right hand at the Battle of Karamja. So he had the smith make a sword for him that has a gauntlet fixed to the hilt of the sword to continue fighting. While the last 2 weapons don't have very good stats, the Rapier, however, is a stub version of Rune Scimitar in a sense, and could be used for low-level Ironman accounts. Funnily enough, this item has been in the game for 16 years, so on release in 2006, it was in fact one of the best stab weapons in the game for a short period of time until Samurai Hasta was released a year later with God Wars Dungeon. Next up, I found this interesting fact from Oldschool Runescape Wiki Twitter page, and there is a way to get killed by your own cat. If you try to get your own wily cat to chase a crypt rat inside the Paros dungeon, they can actually hit you for a tree and kill you. You go through a dialogue where you tell the cat to hunt a rat. The cat doesn't want to do that and you start insulting the cat. After some back and forth, the cat says hiss and damages you for 3. And they have this hilarious picture of a player in hardcore Iron Man armor dying to their own cat getting hit for a 3. I found this extremely hilarious and sad at the same time. Who bullies their cats? They are adorable. Except when you need death runes. And I have one more fact for you, and it is the most fascinating best fact you have ever heard. On the 26th of December, 7 PM GMT time, I will be hosting a Christmas drop party where billions of GP will be given away to all of you. I want to do this community event to say thank you to all of you for letting me do this YouTube thing and just spend time with you guys during the holiday season. Everyone is welcome to join, and all of this will be streamed on twitch.tv Kriibus. Now, if the year is 2023 or later on, this event already happened and it was a freaking amazing. So you missed out on a cool thing. But don't worry, there are other cool things to come. All you have to do is stay in touch with the latest news by subscribing to this channel. And while you're down there, give it a big old sloppy kiss by liking the video as well. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching this, and I'll see you with a new video tomorrow. Bye!